Sorry about that. Life happens. All right, we left off with the angel numbers. We got angel number 1010, angel number 1313, and angel number 14. 1010, embrace the journey. Journey, trust, opportunities, progress, happiness, and alignment. It's time to bring your cherished ideas to life. The right people, circumstances, and resources are aligning in your favor. Happiness and new opportunities are on the horizon. What steps can I take to embrace the journey ahead? How can I stay open to the new opportunities being sent my way? Take a moment to reflect on your long-held dreams and ideas. Begin implementing one step at a time, trusting that the universe is sending you the support that you need. 1313 is seek comfort. Comfort, protection, assurance, support, safety, angels, and reassurance. The number 1313 brings special protection from your angels. They want you to know that you can seek comfort and safety under their watchful care, as they work extra hard to shield you from any negativity. In what areas of my life do I need extra comfort and protection? And how can I see it with the assurance of my angels? Take a moment to create a comforting space for yourself, whether through relaxation techniques, meditation, or connecting with a trusted friend. Remember that you are under the care of your angels. I'm glad you made it back. All right, and then 420, potential. Potential, opportunities, adventure, dreams, courage, future, and goals. This card reminds you of your potential in life. With your angels supporting you, it's time to embrace new opportunities and adventures and follow your heart towards the future. Reflect on your goals and aspirations. What new opportunities am I ready to pursue, and how can I align them with my long-term goals? Identify one new opportunity or goal you have been considering and take a concrete step toward pursuing it today, trusting in your potential and the support of the universe. So going back to our chakra affirmations, the self-confidence and reward myself. You know, taking that leap of faith towards something that you feel has potential, whatever that something is. It could be a lifestyle change. It could be a career change. It could be, you know, a location change. All right, now we'll pull from Celestial Insights. Last time we got Barrier Maze, Marriage, and True Love. I hope everybody's having a peaceful, positive, and productive day so far today. If not, I pray that your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and of course the Most High help you with that today. I also pray that He clothes us in His armor from head to toe, that He strengthens our discernment and guides our steps as we go throughout this day. I'm going to say that's probably not a very healthy way to look at yourself. But, you know, we all have life choices that we make. All right, Celestial Insights. Thank you, Spirit. Soul, happy, rekindle, connection. Tree on the bottom of the deck. And gratitude on the top of the deck. We've already really hit on that this morning, the attitude of gratitude. Gratitude brings more joy and abundance. Have you been overlooking the good in your life? Take a moment to appreciate what you have. This mindset will attract even more positivity. Soul, happy, rekindle, connection. Your soul is longing to reconnect with something or someone. Have you drifted away from a meaningful connection? Take the initiative to rekindle this relationship or experience, as it may bring you deep joy. And then tree. Like a tree, deep roots create stability and growth. Are you feeling ungrounded? Focus on building a strong foundation in areas of your life to support your long-term growth. So that very much lines up with the angel numbers. We got gratitude with 1010, embrace the journey. Soul, happy, rekindle, connection, lining up with 1313, seek comfort. And then tree lining up with 420, potential. Long-term growth. Pursuing forgotten goals. Focusing on goals. Not being so distracted by the outside world. Like, we have a tendency to kind of get off track. And it's important to be able to pull yourself back. All right. Now we'll pull from the Mystical Dream deck. Last time we got Lover, Clouds, and Mountains. Deep emotional connection, the nature of thoughts and emotions, and high aspirations and significant challenges. The best thing to do is usually the hardest thing to do. Because it's meant to help us grow. It's meant to test us. That whole, how bad do you want it energy? Like, what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give to get where you want to go? On whatever level that is, whether that's your healing journey, your work journey, your family journey, whatever. This is a big deck. That's what he said. That came up a lot yesterday. That whole, he said, that's what he said, that's what she said. All right. Mystical Dreams. Love came right back out. Sword at the bottom of the deck. The Sword of Truth. Coma on the top of the deck. Now, this deck is meant to help us learn about our dreams, but you can look at it in whatever symbolic way you want to. We also had Flame under Sword and Temple under Coma. Mirror and Friends. We're not going to read all these. I just kind of want to look at the imagery of them a little bit. This is still a relatively new deck. As soon as I saw this mirror card, I thought of Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, Snow White. This sword makes me think of that movie, The Sword and the Stone. In this, you can see the love card. Uh, they're more like energy instead of actual bodies. See how they like don't have any legs, but you see the sacred geometry in the background. Love. Love is the source of all energy. Dreaming of love represents deep inner harmony and connection. It reminds you that no matter how the world changes, love always resides within you. This moment calls you to love yourself deeply and unconditionally, accepting all parts of who you are. Only by fully embracing yourself can you build deeper connections with the world through love. That goes back to the very beginning. We talked about self love, how we have a tendency to show more love and compassion and forgiveness to other people than we do ourselves. And really, it should be the other way around. 11:22 when I looked at the timer. All right, and then sword. Sword represents power, decisions, and resolving conflicts. Dreaming of a sword suggests you're facing an important choice. It urges quick action, cutting away what no longer serves you and confronting inner struggles for growth. The sword offers protection, motivation, and the courage to set boundaries and move confidently forward. Very much lining up with the solar plexus chakra card, self-confidence. And then coma. If you look at this picture, it almost looks like the imagery of Snow White, as well as the mirror. Coma symbolizes a temporary pause or detachment from reality, representing rest, reflection, or recovery. Dreaming of a coma suggests you're in a transition phase, needing to withdraw and recharge. It invites you to take a break, heal, and prepare for the challenges ahead. Though it feels like a pause, it's an opportunity for renewal. What were we talking about earlier when I talked about practicing the pause? We were talking about the card from the new deck, where it talked about confidence is not about knowing life will unfold the way you want. Confidence is knowing that life will unfold as it should. A temple symbolizes a sacred space of spiritual seeking and the pursuit of higher truths. Mirror represents self-reflection and truth. Dreaming of a mirror suggests you are confronting your true nature or overlooked aspects of yourself. It reveals truths you may not want to see, encouraging authenticity. The dream reminds you to look inward as honest reflection leads to clarity and growth. The flame symbolizes both creation and destruction, representing transformation and cleansing. Makes me think of the phoenix rising. That imagery for sure. And then friends. Friends and dreams symbolize support and renaissance. Dreaming of friends reminds you that you are not alone and that friendship is a source of strength. We'll just keep the main three out. Didn't I get a notification a few minutes ago? It was 14:44 when I looked at it. Okay, and then I'm on friends, mirror, flame, and temple. Our body is the temple. Don't ever deny that. All right, now we'll pull from Echoes of the Soul Oracle. Last time we got Urban Reverie, the Raven's Judgment, and the Urban Visionary. Ethereal Bloom on the bottom of the deck as I'm pulling it out of the box. That's pretty imagery. Number 26. That makes me think of the second Avatar, the Waterworld Avatar, where they use those underwater creatures that resemble a flower or a butterfly, and they put it on their back to help them breathe. They are that exact same color. And she's underwater. That's what it makes me think of. I finally watched that movie a couple weeks ago. I had already seen the first one, and I really liked it. And I had always wanted to see the second one, but never really had the opportunity. And then, I guess it was a couple weeks ago, I had a lazy day, and, my mind clicked with technology for a few minutes, and I realized, hey, I can just, go online and order it and watch it, and so that's what I did. I actually watched it twice, because, once you pay for it, you get it for, 48 hours or whatever, and, yeah, I think I watched it 3 times, actually. Not back to back, because it's actually pretty long. But I really enjoy the Avatar movies. We are the Avatars. Earth is Pandora. However you want to look at it. The story old as time. Same story, just a different timeline. The Weight of the Worlds. Number 19. Wow, look at that. We were talking about water and being underwater. Look what he's wearing. It's like a scuba diver mask. Ooh, and is that a face back there? Whoa, that's trippy. That almost looks like a face, but it's like some kind of sphere or globe or something. Do you see what I'm seeing where that looks like a face? Weird. Very weird that he's wearing a scuba diver helmet. Water. Number 30, The Quiet Story. On the bottom of the deck. Oh, hello, Jennifer. Yeah, it does. But it's really not. It's like a sphere. There's several of them back there. See, there's a couple over here, too. But, dude, there straight up looks like a face in there. With a cloak on. Yeah. Cray. Okay, and then the Crimson Door, number 5, on the top of the deck. Ooh, that gives me 50 Shades of Grey vibes. Okay. So we're going to go in numerical order because of the way this deck is set up. The Crimson Door. Let's see, which way does it? This way's better, I think. Okay. Key themes. Isolation, choices, thresholds, courage, the unknown self-discovery. Message. Every door is an invitation, and the Crimson Door before you is no exception. It calls you with quiet urgency, asking you to consider the choice it represents. Will you stay in the comfort of the familiar, or will you summon the courage to step into the unknown? Behind this door lies transformation. Ooh. But it requires you to move through your fears and hesitations. The power to open it lies within you. Guidance. When this card appears, it signals a pivotal moment in your journey. The crimson door represents a threshold, a place where old patterns and fears can be left behind if you choose to cross. It is not just about the choice to move forward, but about the strength it takes to face the uncertainties of what lies ahead. Trust that stepping through this door, though daunting, will bring growth and renewal. Isolation, whether physical or emotional, is often a sign that it's time to reconnect with others, with opportunities, or with your own inner truth. Affirmation: I'm ready to step through the door of possibility. I release the fear and embrace the unknown with courage and trust. Trust. Actionable insight. Take a moment this week to identify one specific choice or situation where you feel stuck. Break it into smaller steps. What is one simple action you can take today to open the door? It could be reaching out to someone, saying yes to an opportunity, or even just sitting with your fears to understand them. Trust that even the smallest step forward moves you closer to transformation. Reflection. The crimson door serves as a reminder that every moment of hesitation holds an opportunity for bravery. This card challenges you to confront the thresholds of your life with courage and to trust that the unknown, though uncertain, holds the seeds of growth and possibility. What threshold are you standing before today? And how can you take the first step toward crossing it? Very much lining up with everything out that we've read already this morning. Taking that leap of faith. Knowing that you're not where you want to be, but you're grateful that you're not where you used to be. And having the courage to keep pushing through. And no matter how many times you fall off the horse, whatever the horse is for you, every day is an opportunity to try again, to get stronger, to get braver, to have more confidence, to have more faith, to have more trust, to see the potential and be able to find your comfort zone, even in situations, places, whatever that are out of your comfort zone. All right, then we have 19, the weight of the worlds. I'm interested to see what this says. Notice in both of these, they're both sitting in chairs. But in this one, he's standing up. He's ready. You know, they're in that comfort zone. Don't they look comfortable? He's ready to change the game. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Hello, Ben. Grand Rising. Happy Thursday. Okay. Weight of the worlds. Key themes: responsibility, introspection, cosmic connection, personal alignment, releasing burdens. Message: you carry the weight of many worlds, each representing responsibilities, experiences, and dreams that shape your inner cosmos. But not every burden you bear is yours to carry. Wow. Just as the universe exists in harmony, your inner world must find its own balance. What did I say earlier about the balance? Pause, reflect, and let go of what no longer serves you. Align your thoughts and emotions like planets in orbit, allowing space for your light to shine unimpeded. Remember, within you lies not only the past, but also the vast potential for the future. Wow, that's just the first part. And bam! Just as the universe exists in harmony, your inner world must find its own balance. Pause and reflect. Right now, we're reading from the Echoes of the Soul Oracle. All right, guidance. This card encourages you to assess the emotional, mental, and physical responsibilities you've taken on. Some may be vital to your growth, but others could be unnecessary weights you carry out of obligation or habit. Wow. The weight of the world invites you to realign your inner universe, ensuring that your energy flows freely toward what truly matters by releasing what no longer belongs in your orbit. You create room for balance, clarity, and renewal. Trust that letting go is an act of strength, not weakness, and that your inner harmony is essential for navigating the path ahead. Affirmation: I release the burdens that are not mine to carry. My inner universe aligns with balance, clarity, and purpose. Dude, that is beautiful. Let's say that again. I release the burdens that are not mine to carry. My inner universe aligns with balance, clarity, and purpose. Actionable insight. Take time this week to assess your commitments and responsibilities. Identify one that feels unnecessarily heavy or no longer aligns with your values. Make a plan to delegate, let go, or reframe it in a way that feels lighter. Celebrate the courage it takes to prioritize your well-being and align your energy with what truly matters. Reflection. The weight of the world reminds you that while responsibility is a part of life, balance is essential for growth. Your inner universe thrives when each element, your thoughts, emotions, and actions, exist in harmony. By releasing what no longer belongs in your orbit, you honor both your past and the infinite possibilities of your future. What planets in your inner cosmos need alignment? How will you lighten your world to make space for new light and potential? Going back to the declutter from the Angels of Abundance. What is it that you need to let go of? It may not be material things. It may be habits, thought patterns, getting caught up in your feelings of despair. Instead of finding the empowerment in your feelings, don't let them get you in a place of despair. I love this movie, and I'm so happy that it's coming up today. Anne of Green Gables, Anne of Avonlea. It's an older movie. It's got Megan Follows in it. They did a remake of it a couple years ago. That's garbage, in my opinion, compared to the original. But nonetheless, there's a scene in that movie where Anne is talking to her name starts with an M. Anyways, I don't want to say it wrong, but I think you put too much weed in the smoke. You're inhaling. You're tripping balls. Oh, okay. Well, no. Actually, that was smoke from the incense, but you're good. This is a judgment-free zone, so Nonetheless, in that movie, she asks her, have you ever been in the depths of despair? And her response is, to despair is to turn your back on God. So, being in a place of despair is never a good place to be. 30-30 on the timer when I looked. And this is card number 30. The quiet story. Sorry. On this card, it says the quiet study. On this card, it says the quiet story. Interesting. All right. Key themes: reflection, knowledge, solitude, introspection, clarity through focus, and intellectual growth. Message: the world may be noisy, but within the sanctuary of stillness lies a vast library of wisdom. The quiet study invites you to step away from distractions and immerse yourself in learning and reflection. Answers and insights await you in these moments of focus and quiet thought. By dedicating time to solitude and intentional exploration, you uncover truths that lead to greater understanding and clarity. Trust the process and let the silence of study guide your journey. Guidance. This card encourages you to create space for learning and self-reflection in your life. Whether you're seeking answers to specific questions or craving a deeper understanding of yourself or the world. The quiet study reminds you that these insights often emerge in stillness. It's a time to retreat from external distractions and focus on cultivating inner clarity. Dive into books, meditation, or contemplative practices that expand your knowledge and align with your quest of wisdom. Can you hear that? There's a plane flying over. Or I should say a jet. All right, affirmation. I find clarity and wisdom in quiet reflection. Through intentional learning, I uncover the truths that guide my path. Actionable insights. Set aside time this week for a quiet study session. Choose a topic, book, or practice that aligns with your current quest for knowledge. Turn off distractions, create a serene environment, and allow yourself to focus fully. Reflect afterward on the insights or clarity that emerged from this intentional stillness. Reflection. The quiet study reminds you that knowledge and clarity are often found in the silence we create for ourselves. By immersing yourself in moments of solitude and reflection, you not only gain intellectual understanding, but also deepen your connection to your inner wisdom. What knowledge is calling you today? How will you create space for the quiet study in your life? So we've already talked about that multiple times today, and we talk about it pretty much every time I'm here. Making time for that quiet time. I've actually already got me a book picked out. Now that it's getting that, I'm going to get it real quick. Now that it's getting that time of year where it's cooling off outside and, the humidity isn't so bad, we're going to start spending more time outside. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene. I ordered it a couple months ago, I think. And I've never really taken time to sit down and read it. So this is the one that I'm going to start reading. Oh, our music ended.
We've always been heads up about money, but sometimes life throws you a curve, like juggling cups.
Sometimes life throws you a curve. Oh, and this is another Psalms and Blues. I've been listening to that a lot lately. And there's another channel that's called Holy Groove. And it's the Bible in the blues. It's actually pretty cool. It's called Holy Groove. It's a page on YouTube. All right. Now we're going to pull from the Nature Seasons deck. Last time we got Spring Equinox, Earth, Bear, and Horse. This one is called When Blues Meets the Psalms. Worship like never before. This is actually a new one. I've never heard this one before. It's weird that it went to this. Normally it'll stay with the Hertz. Let's change that because that'll distract me. All right. This one is 639 Hertz. Mary Magdalene heals the sacred feminine, self-love activation. Starway Healing is the page on YouTube. All right. Nature Seasons. I was making sure I said that right. This is still a relatively new deck. Passion and energy, fire wanted to stick out. It's time to ignite the passion within. Let this flame light your enthusiasm for life and propel you toward exciting goals. Let go of your worries and devote yourself to what you truly love. We did see the fire or the flame in the Dream deck. Illumination and completion, full moon. We just had a full moon. The full moon was on the 7th. Today is the 11th. They also talked about the 9/9 portal. I don't really do all that jazz, but you know, it was a big topic of conversation. Reflect on your achievements and give thanks for the growth and effort that brought you here. You may experience emotional release. This is a time to celebrate your results and let go of the past. Letting go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you. It talked about that in the last cards. Ocean, look at that. Water again. Depths and subconscious. That's 3 times. We saw, where was the other place that we saw the water? What deck was that? Where it looked like the girl, and I talked about Avatar. That's going to bug me now. I want to go back to that picture. It was this deck. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Wasn't it number like 26 or something? There it is. Yeah, number 26. Ethereal bloom, rebirth, serenity, natural beauty, surrender, growth, alignment with flow. Affirmation: I trust in the flow of life and allow my true essence to bloom. Growth comes with grace, serenity, and surrender. I trust in the flow of life and allow my true essence to bloom. Growth comes with grace, serenity, and surrender. Remember, I talked about Avatar and her being underwater, the second Avatar, the water world. And then this card came out where he's got the scuba diving helmet on. All right, I'm going to keep that out so I don't have to dig it out again. So depths and subconscious, ocean. The depth of the ocean calls to your inner intuition. Listen to your inner voice and explore the depths of your subconscious. Uncover hidden emotions and answers through quiet moments, gaining clearer insight into yourself. Once again, talking about taking time to quiet your mind, quiet your surroundings. And then autumn equinox, gratitude and harvest. Double confirmation on the gratitude. We also got it in the Celestial Insights deck. The attitude of gratitude is always the best policy. It's a time of harvest, reminding you to give thanks and reflect. Pause to express gratitude for your experiences and the abundance you've gained. Prepare yourself for new opportunities as you enter a phase of reaping your reward. We talked about that earlier, about being grateful that no, you may not be where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be. And, taking steps in the right direction to point you towards where you want to be. Letting go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you or your goals. That old saying, you are who you surround yourself with. Even if you're not like somebody, if you spend enough time with them, you will start to develop certain habits from being around that person. All right. Now we'll pull from the Affirmators deck. Last time we got everyone's a teacher. We all have knowledge to share. That's part of the journey. Autumn equinox, that is where we're at. We're going into fall. Autumn. Coming into alignment, preparing for what's to come. In whatever way that is, whatever way that applies to your life. Taking the time to find comfort. Self-love, playfulness, and gentleness. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the PG kind. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. I show myself love any way that I can, And when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm going to make myself sleep on the couch. Playfulness. I am a playful participant in life. I always have the option. What did I just do? I always have the option to make something a fun game rather than a heavy burden. Mary Poppins puts a sugar in the medicine for a reason. That lady really knows how to party. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Medicine go down. Medicine go down. All right, and then gentleness. I speak with gentleness and I listen with gentleness. I align with the gentlest part of myself, and I take joy in being receptive, open, and unafraid. I am like a baby deer who's best friends with an elephant. The baby elephant wraps its little trunk around my shoulders, and we lie down gently on the grass, daydreaming and talking about what sorts of humans the clouds look like. Getting in touch with, embracing, encouraging your inner child. Where did we see it where it talked about all work and no play is a combination for failure? Reward myself. I aim to incorporate and embrace fun and joy in my life. I realize that all work and no play is a recipe for energy flow, disruption, and exhaustion. I allow myself to experience and receive more pleasure in my life, and I am flexible and open to change. All right. Now we'll pull from the Animal Allies deck. Last time we got Kestrel and Penguin. Self-love, a big message out here today. We got triple confirmation on that. You got self-love in the affirmators deck, love in the dream deck.
Low battery.
Uh-oh.
Charge.
Oh. And then we got self-confidence in the chakra affirmations. Don't feel guilty for loving on yourself. Especially if you're the type of person that gives love to other people. Make sure you give it to yourself too. All right. Oh, I about dropped half that deck. Raven on the bottom of the deck when that happened. I actually, Ravens came up in the last video too because they were in the...
Low battery.
Okay.
Please charge.
Hold on. It's just going to keep saying that. Getting yelled at by my electronics. Alright, it's definitely a lot quieter, but nonetheless. Raven came up in the Stir of Echoes deck last time. Ravens, crows, they are different, but they're in the same family. Goose And Kestrel came right back out. Blue Jay on the bottom of the deck. It's the first time we've ever gotten Goose. Makes me think of the old classic Charlotte's Web, where the goose, when they move Wilbur to the new farm and he's scared, and the goose is the one that comforts him. She teaches him how to talk. Talk. I wonder if that were a real life story, she probably would have regretted teaching him how to talk, because he never shut up after that. All right. Goose superpowers: golden opportunities, welcoming nature, synchronicities, friendship, ability to overcome obstacles, and stamina. We saw friendship in the dream deck. Goose wisdom: there is strength in numbers. When working as part of a team, sharing responsibilities is to the advantage of the greater good. When Goose appears, open up to the notion that solutions can appear anywhere and everywhere. Making small positive tweaks to your daily routine can have a surprisingly big ripple effect on your life. Goose wants you to know there are many benefits to joining a group. Community, support, and care is very valuable. And you not only have much to offer, but there is much you could be receiving too. So the give and take. Going back to what I just talked about being aware of who you're around, who you spend your time with. All right, and then Blue Jay superpowers: being a jack of all trades, resourcefulness, adaptability, keen intuition, making your voice heard, devotion, loyalty, solving problems in unexpected ways. Blue Jay wisdom: when you feel pulled in many directions, it's wise not to put off what you know in your heart needs to be done. Keeping your word to yourself and others is imperative. When Blue Jay appears, home in on what it is you are truly seeking. Prioritize commitments and responsibilities. Resist the urge to dabble. How can you use your unique talents and powers for your own benefit right now? Blue Jay wants you to know, while you may struggle to stay on task, you're absolutely capable of great focus. You are on the right track. Beat those beautiful wings and keep flying on your path. Going back to the chakra affirmations: self-confidence and reward yourself. All right, and then we got Kestrel. Superpowers: keen awareness, psychic ability, uplifting others, hovering above the din, patience, laser focus, sharing responsibilities, making careful choices. Kestrel wisdom: pausing to view the bigger picture before making any rash moves is wise. Sussing out existing currents and using them to help you along allows you to move forward and go easy at the same time. When this card appears, ask your inner voice what you need to know in this moment to choose the best path for yourself. Dig deep into potential pros and cons. Trust your decisions. Kestrel wants you to know there's a current, a flow, waiting for you to hop on that'll carry you on your way. It will propel you forward while also allowing you to rest as needed. It's okay to let the elements do some work for you. Going back to the Dreams deck, or no, not the Dreams deck, the Stir of Echoes, the Ethereal Bloom, the extra card that we ended up going back and getting. It talked about going with the flow. And I mean, I said it before and I'll say it again. I realize that's easier said than done. Sometimes life makes it hard to be able to go with the flow, especially if you factor in emotions, you know? All right. Now we're going to pull from the Archangel Fire Oracle. I got to make a little bit of room over here, though. They're invading my shuffling space. All right, last time we got Gagiel, Azrael, and Metatron. 16, 18, and 31. Xandalfon, number 5 on the bottom of the deck as I take it out of the box. The Twins, number 35 on the top. Teamwork is also a big theme out here today. You know, connecting with the right people. You know, being honest with yourself about the connections that you're making. Are they really for your highest good type energy? You know, like, are you sure it's a good idea to be spending time around these people, this place, these environment, you know? Just being careful and being aware of who you share your energy with and how much of your energy you share. You know, being able to be like, hey, I'm giving a little bit too much of myself. I need to kind of pull back a little bit type energy. Especially when it comes to those people that may take advantage of your energy. You know, they just keep taking and taking and taking to the point to where they come to expect it. And when that happens, you really have to draw back, because that's when people have a tendency to start taking advantage. You know what I mean? All right. Archangels of Fire Oracle. That is a whole bunch. 5. Chamiel, Michael, Uriel, Sechiel, and Barakiel. 9, 23, 6, 21, and 14. We're not going to keep all those, but I wanted to acknowledge them. Bonfire energy with the Passion and Energy Fire card. Let this flame light your enthusiasm for life and propel you toward exciting goals. Definite bonfire energy there. It is getting to be bonfire season. Love it. Hoodies, bonfires, hot chocolate, fuzzy boots, boggins. Love it. All right. Or beanies, or whatever you want to call them. Look at that. Xandalfon came out. That's what was on the bottom of the deck when we started. See how the deck kind of landed in my hand like that? Where you can see 3 different cards? Christ. Oh, wow. Look at that. Sophia right behind it. And then Azrael. feel like I missed one. Ariel on the top of the deck. So Xenophon is what actually came out, but then you got Azrael 18, Ariel 10. Azrael and Asari. I don't even know how to say it. They both sound the same to me. Azrael. One's got an S, one's got an A. Asariel, Azriel. Oh, there's no I. Just Rael. This is like Ariel, almost. But look how the similar imagery. Sophia and Christ. That's Sophia's like the Mary Magdalene energy. All right, we're not going to read the whole card on all of these, but we'll read their general messages. All right, so you got 5, Xandophon, which was at the bottom of the deck. When we started, and was also the first card that came out. Prayer. Look at that. Lining up with the power of prayer from the Angels of Abundance deck. His general message. Surrender your requests and worries to heaven so you can make space for positive change. Wait for a miracle. I am here to receive your wishes, and I am working to help you manifest your hopes into tangible form. And then we got number 10, Ariel. Strength of heart. Have courage and faith in yourself and your beliefs. I will help you stand up for yourself and defend anyone who needs your strength of heart. Then you got 18, Azrael. Transitions. You are at a major point of transition. Release all that is currently falling away with love. Remember that after death, there always comes rebirth. If you have pulled this card following the loss of a loved one, this message comes as validation that the angels are guiding their way safely through the veil. 22. Emotional expression. You are naturally intuitive and deeply sensitive. Acknowledge and trust your emotions as they can act as a powerful compass. Going back to the feelings affirmation from the Wild Offering Oracle. Feelings need to be felt. They need to be acknowledged. You can't just bury them. I mean, you can, but your body pays for it. That's where I'm at in my journey, is realizing that all the stuff that I've held in over the years is why my back hurts so much, why I stay tight and tense all the time. So anyways, I'm working on that. All right, Sophia, unconditional love. Do not fear the depths of your emotions, nor the heights of your exuberance. Humanity is undergoing a shift. Find your inner sanctuary as your emotions deepen and soar. And then Christiel, Christ, is peace. A more peaceful time is coming to you. You have worked hard to create peace in your life and the lives of others. Trust that as you do no harm shall come to you. Treat people how you want to be treated. Hear no, see no, speak no evil. Very interesting that these two cards came out together or showed themselves together. The great musician. Music is a great form of expression. A lot of people listen to certain music to help them be able to express emotions when they don't know any other way. People that write music use it as an expressive outlet. Music can be very therapeutic, whether it's healing frequencies, whether it's blues, jazz, classical, whatever. I've gotten to the point where I don't really much enjoy music with words anymore. Like, now that I've made it to the point on my journey where I hear all the little secret messages and hidden innuendos, and just, it's all garbage. For not all of it, but a great majority of it is. All right, now we're going to pull from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. Last time we got joy, wisdom, and despondence. (107:17) on the timer when I looked. What's that one? Workaholic actually bent. Completion on the bottom of the deck when that happened. She's sitting by a grave. In the Archangel cards, we did get Azrael, which talked about a passed over loved one. We also got coma, which the imagery, does look like this whole Sleeping Beauty, like they're dead. Vanity on the top of the deck. Workaholic didn't actually come out, but it bent as I was trying to shuffle. I always take that as a sign. Like, hey, look at me. Joy is what's showing when that happened. Passion on the bottom of the deck. Abundance on the top of the deck. Release. Oh my gosh, this is so many cards. Complacency actually flipped over. And victim. Complacency and victim is what fell on the floor. Don't be the victim to complacency. Wow. Faith, gossip, expansion, immortality, gratitude, renewal, quest, service, destiny, balance, acceptance, recovery, confusion. That definitely, that's one way to get my attention, I guess. Destiny is what came out. It is not your destiny to be a workaholic. That Yes, we were made to work, like as far as we're built to be capable of working, but that's not what life is supposed to be all about. All right, let's see what Workaholic says. Workaholic is in blue. Overall impression, communication. Keywords: truth, communication, loyalty, serenity, faith, spirituality, creativity, and expression. Workaholic, Brad Blueberry. Here, the earthy brown of creation mixes with inspirational violet. This card indicates one of the most powerful manifesting energies. Now you are very prolific. What if you are creating stalls? You may need to recharge, know your limits. Are you waiting to complete your career before you live your life? What did I talk about at the very beginning of this video? Waiting to be happy. Like saying, look at that, 1:11:27 on the clock when I looked. You know, waiting to be ready. Waiting. Are you waiting to complete your career before you live your life? Busy work may be helping you hide from the real issues. Personal inquiry. Am I working too much and suffering from burnout? Is there something important that I'm avoiding doing? Key ideas. Feelings of inadequacy, transformation indicated, not being fulfilled by work, heeding warnings, refreshing your mind to improve your work. Keywords: talent, fun, and friends. We saw friends in the dream deck. Embracing your friendships. We got embracing your inner child, playfulness with the affirmators deck. All right, we got destiny. Black and white. Black is the shade that demands to be taken seriously. As it absorbs all the colors, black emits the warm, powerful energy of the protector. Unlike black, white is isolated. Together, they balance and create. We already talked about balance. You will be guided by your angels to what is best for you and all concerned. Inspiration. Take a risk. Dare to have your life the way you decide. Are you willing to make the sacrifices to have what you desire? We talked about that already. What are you willing to let go of? What are you willing to accept? Personal inquiry. What tools do I need to form my own destiny? Am I ready for my destiny? Key ideas. True love, taking a stand, positive omen, radical thinking, deep satisfaction, and ability to change. Keywords: love, pathway, and faith. We got love multiple times out here today. You got the self-love with the affirmations. You got love in the dream deck. You got self-confidence to reward myself with the chakra affirmations. Confidence is not about knowing life will unfold the way you want. Confidence is knowing that life will unfold as it should. That's from our new deck. All right. Now we'll pull from the Wandering Heart Oracle. Last time we got restore, shelter, and familiarity. It is 10:52 real time in my area. I don't know why I felt compelled to look at the clock, but 10:52. It's 1:15:10 on the timer. So finding your passion, finding, what things are you committing to that don't encourage your passion, doesn't encourage you to be passionate. Workaholic, putting too much energy into something that doesn't fulfill you. Sometimes that is a hard pill to swallow because that involves change. Going back to what we were talking about with the angel numbers and the celestial insights, and even with the Echo of the Soul Oracle, realizing maybe that you've made a commitment to something that's not benefiting you, maybe draining you more than it's benefiting you. Reconnect to the things that help you feel fulfilled. Rekindle those, hobbies, habits, thought patterns, whatever it is that give you that sense of comfort, that sense of hope and faith and adventure and potential. Being able to see the potential, through the clouds. What's that old saying? You can't see the forest through the trees. Redemption, number 27. I have been redeemed. Wow, I never noticed that before. Okay, look. That's a woman sitting there with her arms crossed. She's kneeling. And the flames look like wings, and look, part of it is her hair. And it even looks like a butterfly. And remember what I said earlier when we got the flame card from the dream deck? Phoenix rising from the ashes. Redemption. Redemption is mine, saith the Lord. Actually, the Lord says vengeance is mine. Yeah, definitely butterfly. That's awesome. I never noticed that before. Also lining up with the Sophia energy from the archangels. All right. Alchemy on the bottom of the deck, 11. Holy crap. So if you break 27 down, that makes a 9. 911, 911, emergency, sound the alarm. Who is it that sings that song? Ring the alarm. And then I am, number 2. And look, in both of these cards, they're both kind of hugging themselves the same way. I am love, I am brave, I am strong, I am able. We also see sacrifice on the bottom of the deck that was underneath alchemy, and bear fruit on the top underneath I am. We've gotten this card before, but honestly, I've never really paid attention to the imagery. If you look up here in these jars, this one has pink feathers. This one has eyeballs. And this one looks like it has a snake in it. This is wisteria hanging up here. On this bottle, I don't know if it'll focus enough. On this potion right here, there's like a skull on top of it. I don't know. And then this has a tag on it that says love. And it looks like she's just now putting this bottle up on the shelf. I almost need a magnifying glass to be able to see what the spines of the books say. And she's wearing purple nail polish, and the potion that she's putting up on the shelf is also purple. Plus the wisteria is purple. Kind of lining up with the bountiful nature from the Angels of Abundance Oracle. Spending time in nature. The alchemy of nature. The power of nature. All right. Number 2, I am. I am love in its purest form. Vulnerability supports my evolution. Certainty and empowerment. Look at that. Double confirmation on the empowerment. You are the embodiment of strength. You've learned to be accepting of all flaws, knowing they do not define your existence. You have arrived back at your home state of being. Here you are at ease with free-flowing assertiveness. You know yourself, you are proud, you trust in your ability to make beneficial decisions. You have no regrets moving forward. You sit in gratitude, appreciating the beauty of life. This feeling is beyond reach. You're right where you're supposed to be. Bam. Need I say more? Being grateful. Double confirmation on the gratitude as well. Well, really, I think like triple confirmation. But being grateful for where you've been and what you learned through the process of getting where you are now. I'm running out of room. All right, and then number 11, alchemy. Ooh, my left ear just started ringing. Leave it to fate. Charisma and attraction. Brilliant returns make their way to those who dream big. The wise man knows he knows nothing at all. He also knows he needs his rest in order to maintain balance. With stability comes rewarding benefits. Friendships bloom, romance enhances, and optimal health evolves into the grandest priority. Life is falling into place the exact way you predicted it would. Your visions are coming to fruition. Your radiance manifests. Your power is your power, and no one can hinder or undermine your potential, except for yourself. What did I say earlier when I said you are your only competition? You have that it factor. You glow in every room you step into. Your energy is a magnet. You are a divine being. If no one has reminded you of how special you are recently, here it is. You are special. Take this time to receive and embrace your magic. Then use it to your advantage. Do not sleep on yourself. So that goes back to everything that has come up already. You know, assessing your goals, assessing your direction, and loving on yourself through the process. All right. Number 27. Oh, and something that it just popped into my head. And I had wanted to make a point to mention it, but the last couple days, well, I guess it's been going on for about a week now, maybe a little bit longer. I've just been randomly smelling the smell of buttered popcorn. It's the weirdest thing ever. It only happens when I'm at home. And it's always around my desk area right here. Like where this desk is in my bedroom. And anyways, I'm not gonna, but like there's space back behind here. It's not up against a wall. And when I'm in that area, I want to say it's happened like 3 or 4 times. But I'll just randomly smell the first 1 or 2 times it happened. I couldn't place the smell. Like I could smell it, but I couldn't recognize what it smelled like. And the last time it happened, I was like, that's buttered popcorn. Like movie theater popcorn. You know what I mean? Anyways, just a little side note. All right, redemption. You've come a long way. Preserve opportunity and independence. Abundance is your birthright. The sooner you align, the sooner you receive what is yours. Everyone plays differently. Some logically, some spontaneously, some are guided by emotion. But when you're delusional enough to believe it, you just might get it. The harder you fight and the more you speak up for yourself, the easier all the right doors will begin to open. In the end, you find yourself in the exact position you deserve to be in the exact setting you dreamed about. You are jaded. There's no question. But soon enough, you'll prove yourself and everyone else wrong. You'll arrive and appreciate what it took to get here. The old games don't excite you anymore. Regret isn't your main concern lately. You grow out of the what ifs because you have no other choice but to move on and be better than before. I talked about that already. You shield yourself for your own sanity. You understand why you need isolation. You're ready to step into the shoes of the highest version of yourself. Every day is an opportunity to be better than we were yesterday. In whatever way. Whether it's, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, materialistically, whatever it is, we all have a chance to be better. We woke up this morning, so we have a chance to be better, do better, act better, under nobody else's judgment but your own. We can be our own worst enemy, but we can also be, the knight in shining armor of our own lives. In reality, that's how it works. Nobody's going to I don't want to say nobody, because people always come on our path and they're a part of our journey to help us through. But in the end, you have to decide to save yourself. Once you decide to save yourself, yes, angels, ancestors, spirit guides will help you along the way, but you have to make the decision and you have to put in the work and decide that, yeah, hey, I want to do this. Let's do it. Yeah. And we're all just winging it. None of us are perfect. None of us have all the answers, but there are a lot of people in this world that have knowledge that you don't have, that I don't have, that they were sent here. That's their journey, is to be smart and to share what they know with other people. No, it doesn't necessarily always have to be life-changing, but that knowledge combined with a lot of other knowledge can be. All right, now we're going to pull from the Animal Spirit deck. Last time we got whale, beaver, and hummingbird. So last time, going back to the water energy, water represents emotions. Water can also be very healing on multiple different levels. A lot of water energy today. Even just getting out and dancing in the rain, you know? Yeah, you might feel weird. You may feel dumb. Be like, oh, people are looking at me. Da, da, da. Don't worry about it. You know, embrace your inner child. It doesn't matter what other people think. I mean, no, don't get out there dancing in the rain naked. Yeah, but who cares what other people think? It will feel so good, I promise. If you don't want to get out there and dance in it, put a bucket out there and collect some of it. And, you know, it was 1:31:13 on the timer when I looked. We do have 1313 as one of our angel numbers. Seek comfort. Comfort, protection, assurance, support, safety, angels, and reassurance. The number 1313 brings special protection from your angels. Crocodile, also water energy. Look at that whale on the bottom of the deck. We just put that back in. Vulture on the top of the deck. Crocodile, whale, and vulture. Black egg was under vulture. That's a powerful spiritual energy. Tarantula under whale. All right. So again, we have double water and air. Crocodile, resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. What other card talked about collecting energy? Like restoring your energy, not recovering from burnout. We got that message out here already. Cooling off. So don't act in anger. Don't react hastily. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for discussions, action, or... Wait. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. When in balance, wise, patient, a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, feels stuck and lashes out. To bring into balance, rest, and yoga. All right, and then we got whale. Taking time to rest, taking time to regroup, taking time to reassess your commitments, where you're putting your energy. Whale, the desire to delve deeper, profound peace, and ancient wisdom. Ooh, that reminds me. I found this new channel on YouTube. I can't think of the name of the channel right now, but I shared it on my Facebook, where a woman goes out on a raft, like a water raft, and with singing bowls, and plays frequencies for beluga whales. Dude, it's so awesome. Let me see if I can pull her up real quick. Ooh, 11:11 real time. Look. I don't know if you can see it or not. 11:11. It just turned to 11:12. Okay, hold on. Just give me just a second. I think it's star something. I subscribe to so many channels. Sorry. Squirrel. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, let's do it this way. Hold on. Playing singing bowls for beluga whales.
Playing singing bowls for beluga whales.
Damn it. Woman on raft. Really? Okay. I know, I'm sorry. But I really wanted to share her channel. Let's see. Maybe I can find it easier if I go to the link that I shared on my Facebook. Here we go. That was way quicker. I wish I would have thought of that sooner. Soul Star Sanctuary. I knew it started with an S. Soul Star Sanctuary. Beautiful. That's her singing too. Look how close they are to her. Like, that would be so awesome, but so scary at the same time. Look. I don't know where she's at, like, in the world. So awesome. Soul Star Sanctuary. Okay. I'm done with the squirrel moment. Okay. Whale, desire to dive deeper, profound peace and ancient wisdom. The whale represents profound emotional health and stability. The whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives. These experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. Didn't we get something about compassion already? We can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost, and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. When in balance, calm, steady, and deeply compassionate. When out of balance, heavy, slips into the old story. To bring into balance regular self care. And you know what else I just realized? This is the same kind of whale from the Avatar movie. The second one, the Waterworld one, this is the same kind of whale. When they leave their original forest area and they go to the water island, the tribe that they end up staying with, the shaman woman of that tribe, her soul sister is a whale like this. And spoiler alert, they end up killing her. Her and the tribal woman, the whale and the tribal woman were pregnant at the same time. But in the movie, they kill the whale 1:41:44 on the timer when I looked. And because they killed the mother, the calf ended up dying too. Yeah. They hunted her. Just in case you've never seen that movie, in the movie, they kill the whales for a fluid that their brain secretes that restores everlasting youth. The one vial that they retrieved from this huge whale, I think he said was worth like $80 billion or something. Yeah. If you've never seen that movie, man, it's a good one. But, of course, I'm a huge Avatar fan, so. I just heard sexy nerd in my head. I know, it might be kind of nerdy, but I still like it. Look at that, vulture. Okay, guardian and purifier. Essential for rebalance. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when there's a solution that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. When in balance, clarifies, reveals wisdom. When out of balance, dramatic and aggressive. To bring into balance, clean your space and sage. We did get declutter in the Angels of Abundance deck. Excuse me. And I do have sage. Let's see, we'll do it this way. That candle's getting a little low. Oh, my sage bundle's getting a little low. All right. I love the smell of sage. Okay. Now we'll pull from the Herbal Astrology deck. Yesterday, I actually just received my order of mugwort. Last time we got hibiscus, ginkgo, lemon balm, and cordyceps. I did get me some lemon balm also. That's been a while back. All right. We'll try for just one with the herbal astrology. These messages are kind of long. Don't be afraid of your emotions. Learn how to embrace your emotions. Learn how to be able to see them from different perspectives. Number 11 and number 12, the beloved and love. Where did we already see the number 11? Alchemy. The beloved and love. Rose and Damiana, Damiana. Look, there's a raven in this picture. Wow, just look at the imagery in these cards for a minute. See the cup up here? And then the raven and all the flowers around them. Red and green, that makes me think of Christmas time. They are flowers made in the image of people. And they're very faint, but there's wings etched in the background, like encircling them. One of our cards talked about that, about being wrapped in your angels and your ancestors' wings. I think that was one of the Animal Ally cards. This has a heart with an arrow through it. They're holding hands. It's bleeding onto the hands. There's a white dove. The moon is there. Water, again, if you look at the very bottom down here, ocean water. That's like triple confirmation on the water. All right, let's see. Oh, look at that. I mentioned the mugwort, and mugwort in the book is number 10, which is right before this. Mugwort represents psychic healing. The beloved, magnetism, attraction, kindred spirits, soulmates, relationships, intimacy, sacred play, finding the beloved within. Astrological rulers, Venus and Pluto. And then Rose, union, bliss, unconditional love, merging with the other, oneness, nourishment, and purity. Astrological ruler, Venus and Moon. Wow, okay. Damiana, I think that's how you say it. Damiana is native to Central and South America, and its use dates back to the ancient Maya and Aztecs. Traditionally, is a rejuvenating plant said to restore sexual vitality and strengthen the reproductive system, as well as commonly used for depression and anxiety. In a classic love potion found among the Maya and several indigenous people in Mexico, fresh juice is made from the leaves and flowers and sweetened with sugarcane. Remember the love potion? Love potion number 9. And this is also card number 11. Mayan ceremonial drinks used in religious rites often involved this and or cacao. The Maya also chewed on the leaves and used them as a poultice and even as a smoke for relaxation and lung cleansing. Their word for this plant literally means asthma broom. In folk medicine throughout the Americas, it has been identified as an aphrodisiac, antidepressant, tonic, diuretic, and cough suppressant. It was also used to treat menstrual irregularities, cramps, constipation, asthma, bronchitis, headaches, stomach aches, gastric ulcers, performance anxiety, and more. Like the planet Venus of beauty and art, it is said to rule the metamorphosis of cells, their reproduction, enrichment, and transformation, as well as the preservation of the body, the reproductive system, preservation of the body, the reproductive system, and the harmony between all systems of the body. We've had harmony out here several times today, especially with the autumn equinox card, gratitude and harvest. It talked about harmony. Guidance. This card represents the universal principle of the beloved within relationships and within ourselves. The alchemy of polarity is what we're made of. And this integration of opposites is that which births the beloved. This card represents the journey of coming together and reuniting within oneself, a lover, a friend, family member, or any important person in your life. You are in an important period of making choices and establishing healthy boundaries, especially with those you'd like to deepen and expand, or those that you feel the need to shed or distance yourself from. This reminds us of the importance of shaking off rigidity that often depletes creative reserves and sacred play. If you feel unsatisfied and emotionally unavailable, even to those whom you love, take the time to be in solitude and nourish your creative centers. Often, separation becomes the basis to reunite once again in a higher frequency. True self-love is the key to lasting relationships with others, and most importantly, with yourself. I'll tell you how to spell that again. Damiana. Damiana is how I'm seeing it, but, All right, then rose. In ancient texts and traditional Chinese medicine, the rose had a prominent presence, particularly in relaxation. And particularly in relation to balancing the emotions, relieving the heart of depression and grief, and treating psycho-spiritual imbalances. The rose is sacred to Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty. Since ancient times and across cultures, the rose was associated to love, passion, commitment, and lust. The Romans, Greeks, and occult societies suspended roses from the ceiling at meetings that were held in the strictest of confidence. Roses represent all aspects of the goddess, the almighty, the goddess, Sophia. I lost my space now. The ability to love, nurture, experience joy, and see beauty in all things. A popular flower that has come to be associated with weddings and rituals of union. Roses-filled vases are worn by participants and guests and are often strewn about to bring divine blessings to the couple's love. The herbs of Venus are feminine, gentle, relaxing, and balancing. Medicinally, rose has the power to uplift mood and nourish the heart and cardiovascular system. It makes an excellent uterine tonic that supports fertility and vitality. The antiseptic nature of roses makes it an excellent remedy for wounds and bruises. It also relieves spasms in the respiratory system, gut, intestinal tract, and muscles. Roses' medicinal and energetic qualities resemble the archetype of and the moon. It is time to allow for greater love in your life. Allow the dance of trust and intimacy to heal and open your heart. Like the rose, you are rising from harsh soil through the path of thorns and challenges as you grow and blossom in your spiritual journey. Look deep into your heart and see where you might need more love and affection. The white dove reminds us that through childlike trust, we navigate the most challenging of pathways with an undertone of joy and presence. Remember, you understand how love is the doorway, and through this sacred embodiment, you are able to birth in anything into manifestation. Let all creativity, all sexual and nurturing connection be attuned to the vibrational powers of unconditional love. Interesting how it mentioned the doorway. Taking action. Knowledgeable action, not whimsical action. I mean, yes, whimsical action as far as like childlike and trusting and faithful, but not like making sure you pause and really think about decisions that are being made, words that are being said. All right, now we're going to pull from the Mary Magdalene and we'll be done. I feel like we've been here for a long time. We have 157:46 on the timer when I looked. And this is actually the second part because I had to get cut off and restart. So probably looking at more like 2.5 hours. I don't know how long the other one was. All right. Mary, Mary, full of grace, what advice can you give us today? A lot of feminine energy out here today. Also, I wanted to mention that the healing frequency that we started out with, this one is the 639 megahertz. But I didn't mean to do that. Dang. But the first one we started with was Rose of Magdalene. Venus Rose Codes, Sacred Feminine Sound Healing, 528 hertz. When we started the video, that's what we started with. And we got the rose card. So, just a little, synchronicity I wanted to point out. Rose represents the sisterhood of the rose, the 7 sisters. Oh, wow. Bam. There it is. Tomorrow, something meets up with the 7 sisters. I saw it online. There it is. Look up. Pay attention to the stars. Things are happening in the atmosphere that are affecting the rhythm of life as we know it. The cross. I am anchored in love. Faith, hope, and love endure, but the greatest of these is love. I have that hanging in my living room. Number 34, which breaks down to a 7. It is believed that after crossing the Mediterranean Sea, Mary Magdalene landed in what is now Saint Mary de la Mer. I can't say it. I have a southern accent. 2 hours and 22 seconds when I looked at the timer. in the south of France. Ooh. This is why Mary Magdalene is associated with the Guardian's Cross that originate in this coastal region of France. This is also the image that's on the back of all the cards. It contains a traditional cross at the top, a heart in the middle, and an anchor at its base. Oh, wow. Pause. Story time. I know. Just bear with me. I told you, I've mentioned it a few times, I think, that I've been picking up little side jobs at the apartment complex that I live in. And so, last week, I cleaned an apartment, getting it ready for, somebody else to move in. And I was using a shop vac to clean out the cabinets before I went to wipe them down. And I found this in one of the cabinets. Not exact, but as far as the anchor and the cross goes, this part looks like a cross. This part is the anchor. So, yeah, there's a synchronicity for me. And it's not like cheap plastic. It's actually metal. I think it might actually be copper. I need to try to polish it. Okay, anyways. This triune composition refers to 1 Corinthians 13:13. Hush your mouth. Look at that. Seek comfort. The number 1313 brings special protection from your angels. They want you to know that you can seek comfort and safety under their watchful care as they work extra hard to shield you from any negativity. Where did I say that we saw the, like the hidden wings? Where was that? What card was that? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to end up messing up all the cards doing it. Here it is. The number 11. Where, like, they're very faint, but you can see them. They're in white. Wow. All right. Now that I've made a mess of all the cards. 1 Corinthians 13:13. Faith, hope, and love endure. These three, but the greatest of these is love. What are the odds that we got angel number 1313 and then we got that which correlates with the 1313? Come on, man. That's awesome. All right. Christ instructs us in Mary's gospel, become content at heart, while also remaining discontent and disobedient. Indeed, become contented and agreeable only in the presence of that other image of nature. Anyone with 2 ears capable of hearing should listen. Mary chapter 3, verses 12 through 14. The Greek word for knowledge or knowing, gnosis, doesn't refer to intellectual knowledge or something we can be taught or information we can be given by someone else. It is what we know because of direct experience. For me, Christ here is asking us to become anchored in the direct experience of love. Foremost, to become rooted in the presence of love, to listen inward daily, to know love, meaning to experience directly from within you that you are love, so that you can remain discontent with and disobedient to all that is not love. The presence of that other image of nature, for me, from my experience, is referring to the presence of love which I encounter within me. And it's a presence that is eternal. This love is what's more than me. And I can only know its presence, this great, big, unsayable love in my heart, if I am willing to listen and be present to it. This allows me to discern when someone or an institution is asking me to do something or to be someone in the world that is not love. This is why love is the most crucial, why love is the greatest of these, because love is meant to lead the way. And this is why, for me, Mary's cross seems to echo the meaning of antiquity to the modern world. It's the symbol of faith as the radical act of knowing love and experiencing love directly from within us. The soul voice meditation. Where in my life can I anchor more fully into my heart? And I'll read it again. 1 Corinthians 13:13. Faith, hope, and love endure. These three, but the greatest of these is love. Self-love. Love for your fellow man. In what areas of my life do I need extra comfort and protection? And how can I seek it with the reassurance of my angels? Take a moment to create a comforting space for yourself, whether through relaxation techniques, meditation, or connecting with a trusted friend. Remember that you are under the care of your angels. Get outside, spend some time in nature, appreciate this beautiful weather while we've got it. You know, it won't be long until we'll all be fussing about how cold it is. So, you know, appreciate it while it lasts. Going back to the attitude of gratitude, be grateful for what you have. The big and the small and the blessings yet to come. Because we all know it could be gone in the blink of an eye. As always, if you see a need out there today, tomorrow, next week, if there's any possible way that you can fill that need, please do so. You may not only better their day, but you could possibly change their life, and you never know the effect it could have on yours. Find peace, be blessed, and I'll see you next time.